Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Beth Borrego, and
I'm Rod Rodriguez.
we are your hosts today from Cruise Planners. We are the travel agents that Elba has picked to work with for the wedding that they're planning. They have chosen Royal Caribbean's beautiful ship, the Voyager of the Seas, sailing March 12th of 2023. We have a very special guest with us here this afternoon, and that is Kelly Winter. She is the rep for Royal Caribbean that is going to be talking to us all about the ship and all things Royal Caribbean. Once she's finished, then we will talk to you a little bit more about a few other items. So without further ado, Kelly, it's all yours.
Thank you, Beth. Hi, everyone. Again, like Beth said, my name is Kelly Winter. I'm a strategic account manager for Royal Caribbean. Super excited. The Lopez's have chosen Voyager of the Seas out of San Juan, which is a beautiful destination, and the March 12th itinerary. I'm just going to go over and review some of the items on Royal here in the port of call. So you will be visiting the Southern Caribbean. That is our top destination sought out for. Be starting off in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I love Old Town San Juan. Great destination there. And then you'll go to St. Martin, St. Lucia, St. George, Morocco, Aruba. And you'll cruise for one day, which is great that you're going to be cruising one day because you're going to be able to really take advantage of all the great offers that you have on board Voyager of the Sea. There's a ton of fun stuff to do. So Royal Caribbean's been over 50 years in the Caribbean itself. We have the most innovative ships. We have a year-round presence in the Caribbean, great shore excursions that we'll discuss, exclusive private destinations. There is truly something for everyone on board our ships. You'll be sailing on the Voyager class ship. Some of the big features on Voyager is we've got the Royal Promenade, which I'll show you a picture of. It's like a mall going down the center of the ship. We have miniature golf, rock climbing, specialty dining. We have an ice skating rink, Flow Rider, which is a surf simulator, and a sky pad. So very, very exciting features on board this ship. We have some common ship features I want to share with you that we have throughout the fleet. So some of the common features, I mentioned the rock wall that Voyager has. We have Broadway style shows on board Voyager of the Seas. A Broadway style show is just like a Broadway show. It just isn't licensed. There's countless hours. There's over 96 hours that go into a Broadway style theater show. The pools are amazing. We have an Adventure Ocean Youth program that I'll go over, as well as we've got the Windjammer, which is our buffet area. We've got Comedy Club, Casino Royale, conference centers, and sports courts. So then also throughout Royal Caribbean, the lifestyles that we offer on board. We have the best entertainment on board. We have signature activities, a great nightlife and lounges on board. Our dining I'll discuss in a few minutes. I'll also, again, review the kids and teens program. We have a fitness and spa area, great accommodations, our private destinations, and there's just so much more. The Royal Promenade, so this is a great picture. It has the mall scene there. I'm going down the center of the ship. We have a cafe promenade. On board Voyager, there's an English pub, Vintages, which is a wine bar. We also have a champagne bar, and we have Izumi's, which is considered specialty dining. As far as shopping and services, we have a guest services on that promenade. Our shore excursion desk is on the promenade. Great shops like Michael Kors, Coach, and Kate Spade. So we have several different dining options. We have something that's called My Time Dining, which is flexible and traditional. When we have complimentary dining services, we have suite exclusive dining, and you can see room service for lunch and dinner. There is a fee for that, but you can get like coffee and light breakfast complimentary. So I will go over these dining options. Beth, very quickly, what dining did you sign everyone up for?
I believe I had picked the early dining option so that they could get to all their nightlife a little bit easier, because you don't want to miss those shows.
Correct. That's absolutely.
Or if you want to go dancing or something later on, you want to make sure you eat early enough to do that. So the dining earlier on felt better than dining at like 8:30.
Absolutely. I agree. 8:30 is kind of really late. And then by that time, once you're done dinner, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm not that old, but I am like, I'm full. I've had a few drinks. I'm ready to go to bed. So just to go over, before I go over the dining and beverage packages we have, I want to make sure everyone understands that you can literally get on one of our ships, eat amazing meals, and never spend a dime. So these are just options that you can add to kind of make your vacation experience what you want it. I go on a ship. Sometimes I'll do specialty dining. Sometimes I won't. It just all depends on what I want. We all love options, but again, you can go on, eat in the main dining room, eat amazing food, and not pay for it. But we do have options for our specialty dinings, like Chops is our signature steakhouse. We have Izumi's, which is sushi. So you can get a great steak in the dining room, not pay a dime. Or you can go for that smaller, intimate atmosphere and decide to dine in Chops. So we have 4 dining packages you can choose from. We have 4 beverage packages that you can choose from as well.
Those packages are wonderful too. And there's a little something for everybody. So if you have kids that are sailing with you, you might want to get them the soda package so that they can go where they're going on the ship, take their cup with them, and then go fill up and get their soda. That kind of thing.
Yeah, so you can really tailor it to what you want. Moving on into the nightlife, we've got live music and dancing. We have our casinos. We have theme parties on board, and then cocktail and wine parties. Our Adventure Ocean program is an award-winning program. I absolutely love our Adventure Ocean program. It starts at 6 months to 36 months. There, you do have to have an adult with the child. But once you hit 3 years of age and are fully potty trained, you no longer need to have an adult with you. You can drop your kids off at the Adventure Ocean program, and they have a fantastic time. I never sailed when my kids were smaller, and I'm sorry I didn't, but friends of mine that sail with smaller kids, they have a hard time getting their kids out of the Adventure Ocean program. One thing that I want to point out about the program that I think why it makes it award-winning for us is all of our counselors on board in the Adventure Ocean program have a 4-year degree in international equivalent to education, recreation, or related fields. So everybody holds a 4-year degree. They have to have 3 to 5 years previous work experience working with children. They go through an extensive criminal background check prior to their hire, and they're all certified in first aid. And they all are also certified in autism. And I'll review that as well.
And what are the prices usually for like the Adventure Ocean?
It's complimentary.
It's included.
Yeah. One of the things that I love too with the early dining that you have, when you sign your kids up for Adventure Ocean, you can let them know that you want them to participate in the My Family Time dining. And what that is, that alerts Adventure Ocean that you'll be dining in the dining room with your kids. And about 45 minutes into the meal, your wait staff already knows that your kids are involved in Adventure Ocean. They kind of fast pace the meals because we all know how kids can kind of fall apart during a long dinner. So 45 minutes in, they've already eaten their meals. The Adventure Ocean staff comes down, picks up the kids, and takes them back up to Adventure Ocean. And that is complimentary. They don't have to do that, but there's an option for it. So moving on to autism-friendly features. So we are autism-friendly certified. All of our counselors are certified. We have priority check-in, boarding, and departure. So this just really opens up the doors for all families if they have autistic children. Our shore excursion, we have 4 types, or tour types. We have active and adventure, family connections. We have the Royal Tour Challenge, culture and sites, accessible adventures. So if you have anybody that has accessibility issues, we can still do tours for them as well. Multi-day adventures, care and discovering, and then culinary delights. So again, Beth will talk to you about that once booked. You can possibly do some group shore excursions, or you guys can choose to do your own shore excursions if that's something you'd like to do. Our special needs, I love to go over what our special needs are. We have a great special needs program. We can cover anybody with mobility disabilities. So we have accessible staterooms, pool lifts, peer assistance, priority boarding, accessible transfers. Even with our Alaska cruise tours, we have accessible transfers and cruise tours. Hearing disabilities, we have sign language interpreters, assisted listening systems, portable hearing room kits, and then teletypewriters. Visibility, we have braillage throughout the ship. It's even underneath the railings. Large print menus, cruise compass. We do allow service dogs, qualified readers, and then orientation tours. As far as other needs, it goes as far as like dialysis, special diet allergies. We have a complete gluten-free menu, medical needs, oxygen you can bring on board, or we can set it up for it to be on board for you. And that's all along with the shore excursions as well. We also offer for those that want to stay connected. A lot of times, a lot of families love to disconnect. Cruising is a great way to do that. But if you are someone that just can't disconnect, we have Voom, which is the fastest internet at sea that we can offer you. You can get up to 30% off Voom when you purchase it in your pre-cruise planner. So again, if it's something that you want, then we can tailor that, and that is an extra fee. But again, you don't have to have it either. We do have a messaging system that you can communicate with your kids on board without purchasing Voom. For those of you that haven't sailed in a while, we have some great enhancements to our Royal Caribbean app. You can dive into the daily planner. You can have your entire plan set out right on your phone. If that's something that you want to do, you can see what's going on at any given time on the ships, the weather, planner details, and then the itineraries.
That's a great app too, by the way. Royal Caribbean, in my opinion, Royal Caribbean has the best ocean cruising app out there.
Thank you. This is my absolute favorite enhancement. And it's our safety briefing. The one thing I didn't personally care for about cruising was the muster drill. It was a complete downer. You get on the ship, you're having a great time, and then all of a sudden you have to get crammed into these rooms, and you have to sit there and watch a video and listen to people and go through your muster drill. Well, we've changed that. Our safety briefing is a 3-step process now. And like I said, I've sailed 6 times since this has gone into place, so since November. And literally it's taken me 10 minutes to do it, and I've done it at my convenience. So pre-cruise, you can launch the safety briefing in your app. It's a little video you just watch, very short and sweet. Then it's going to tell you like about the safety briefing, and it'll tell you how to wear your vest and all that kind of stuff. And then once you get on board, you need to check in at the assembly station once on board. Super easy. They're all standing there waiting for you. You just take your phone up, they scan it, and you're done. I like to do it before I on my way to my stateroom, just to get it out of the way. But it's up to you. It's like a 4-hour window that you have in order to do that. They will not leave the port until everyone's gone through their safety briefing. Now, if you have friends that don't have mobile devices, they can also do all this right from their interactive stateroom TV. So let's talk about COVID. So healthy ships help happy guests. We've done an absolutely amazing job keeping our ships safe and clean. We have our royal promises. We have flexibility when you need it. We'll get you home if anything should happen. Medical grade cleaning standards. We have 100% fresh filtered air, upgraded medical facilities, and expert care. We have 100% vaccinated guests for 12 years and up. Testing before sailing for all guests 2 years and up. It has to be within 48 hours of sailing. You've got to show a clean COVID test. And 100% of our crew is vaccinated, and they are tested regularly. That's 2 times a week that they're tested. Now, everything can change. These protocols are not going to change, but of course, the out there is very, very fluid at this time. And you know what? The vaccinations might not be required in March. Nobody knows. March of 2023, but things are opening up. It's really, really exciting. We've had more than 500,000 guests sail. We have 21 ships of our 27 ships back in the water. And this is exactly how we did it.
Is there a specific testing that it has to be done before? Does it have to be a PCR versus an at-home test kit?
Well, if it's an at-home test kit, then it has to be one that you purchase through Royal. And again, that's at this point, I would think by March, that's not even going to be an issue. But that's just my personal opinion. But you can either do the PCR or you can do the rapid, either one. Like with the times I've sailed, I've done a couple times with mine, like I purchased them myself from my company. But I've also gone to a CVS or a Walgreens and gotten the test as well.
If I could just elaborate, the difference between Royal Caribbean's tests that you do at home and the ones that you buy in the store is that with that test, which I have personally done, you're on a Zoom. So there is a medical third-party person who is certifying that you're doing the test correctly, looks at your results and all of that, which is why that particular one is okay. But now that tests are much more available, as Kelly said, you can go down to CVS or Walgreens too. And again, it's a third party, and those, don't necessarily have a cost associated with them.
Yep, absolutely. So before I go into the travel advisor slide, just to kind of recap the Voyager. So on the Voyager, the activities we have are Flow Rider, which is that surf simulator, the rock climbing wall, the ice skating rink, the miniature golf. These are all complimentary. Basketball court and a running track. As far as entertainment, we have guest entertainers on board, salsa dancing, club DJs, live bands, a comedy club, karaoke. We have the English Tavern, which is super fun, outdoor movie nights, game shows, pool parties, theme parties, and in the casino, we have slots, tables, and tournaments available. So does anybody have any questions at all regarding the entertainment on board? Perfect. Okay. So I work for Royal Caribbean. My paycheck's Royal Caribbean. So I like to specify that before I even go into this, because before I got into the travel industry, I thought I had to pay the travel advisor, travel agent, money to book my vacations. That is not accurate information. It's absolutely complimentary. We pay the travel advisors. It costs you nothing. In fact, using a travel advisor actually saves you money. With that, you get their expertise, you get full service, you have the reassurance. It's a great value, obviously, since you're not paying for it and you're getting extra perks normally. They're very responsive, and then you have your worry-free vacation. Your only worry is to get on that plane or get on that ship and go away on vacation and have an amazing time and make great memories. So I'm going to close it with this. Royal Caribbean, we're really excited. You're going to have your wedding on board with us. We are the best cruise line in the Caribbean for 18 years running. Best overall cruise line for 18 years. Best sales and service for 13. We have the best private island at Perfect Day Coco Cay. So maybe on another sailing, you guys can visit that. And the best cruise line entertainment in 2020, according to the Travel Weekly's Reader's Choice Award. For booking, and if you book and deposit on a cabin by March 27th of this year, my incentive will be I'll either give you a bottle of champagne or chocolate covered strawberries for your cabin. And I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for joining, and I'm going to hand it over to Beth now.
Okay. Let me just see if I can jump back over. Oh.
I'm going to stop sharing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, so here we are. We're back. Let me just see if I can do a little bit of sharing. Not something I'm used to doing. I'm used to attending these more than I'm used to sharing. Let's see. I think it's supposed to be at the top, isn't it, Kelly?
Go down to the bottom. Mine's down at the bottom.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. I see it now. Okay. And There we go. Okay. Well, a little bit about us. We are a Cruise Planners franchise. And first of all, we're thrilled to be handling your wedding for you. We are looking very much forward to helping you plan an amazing, amazing wedding and to getting everybody booked where they want to be on the ship so that you can interact with each other and be near each other and do all of these things, make sure all of the little I's are dotted and T's are crossed, your meals are where you want them to be, and so that your day can be as special and your entire voyage really can be as special as you want it to be. So we're looking at the Voyager of the Seas departing March 12th, 2023 from San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's calling on Phillipsburg, St. Martin, Castries, St. Lucia, St. George's, Grenada, Williamstead, Curacao, and Oranjestad, Aruba. And then you have a day at sea. Those are beautiful ports. Rod and I have personally been to all of those ports, some of them multiple times. So we have sailed out of Puerto Rico. It is a wonderful port, and as Kelly mentioned, Old San Juan is beautiful. I highly recommend going in a day or so in advance so that you can explore the city a little bit. If you're not from San Juan, I know Elba, I know that you're a Puerto Rican, and I believe you're familiar with San Juan, but if you have any guests coming in, they might want to come in a day early because there's some beautiful things to see. And St. Martin, there are a lot of great beaches. I mean, you've got the French side and you've got the Dutch side, and when you're in St. Martin. So if you're on the French side, I'm sure heard of Orient Beach, which is, there's a topless area there, or you can be on the Dutch side. Now there's a wonderful beach that's just right by the cruise terminal area, and you can take a ferry over and go to that beach very easily. And that's just easy in, easy out. You've got all the shops just right there. They'll bring you beverages on the beach. You do get the people that do vendor types of things on that beach a little bit, but that's pretty much anywhere in St. Martin, really. You've got Castries, St. Lucia, which is magnificent. The island kind of goes up out of the water. I mean, it's just this magnificent greenery, isn't it, Rod? The landscape of it, the lush tropical greens. And
that's the word I was going to say, lush.
Yeah, tell them about when we took that one tour when we were on St. Lucia.
Yes, we took a tour with Joy's Adventures and went around to the other side of the island. There's a place called Soufriere, which basically is by a currently active volcano, but it doesn't erupt. But you get to smell the wonderful aroma that it emits.
The sulfur.
They take you by a speedboat around through there, and on that tour you actually get to go through the arch that they used in the filming of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, you remember the stone arch? That was on the tour, and they slow down. You can get pictures of it. It was really cool.
Yeah, and there's other places that they take you. There's a couple of different bays that you go to. One of them you get to go swimming and snorkeling in.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this leads you up to the volcano area where you can actually go and get into the mud baths.
And then there's a waterfall with really heavy downfall of deluge of water. And then you go to the waterfall afterwards to get rinsed off after you've been to the sulfur spring.
And there's a great picture opportunity.
It is. It's a wonderful photo op. And then they had cliff diving that you could watch from the boat. They pulled them alongside and you'd see the cliff divers and stuff. It was really, really a cool port of call. One of my favorites, really.
Yeah, it's just some highlights for you to consider, but we thought we'd share those since we're going to be heading into that area.
And Grenada is the spice island. So when you're in Grenada, there's a lot to do in Grenada, but one of the things close to the port when you're shopping is you're going to want to get some fresh spices to bring back because that is truly the spice island.
It is.
Now, Curacao and Aruba both have beautiful beaches. In Curacao, there's an excursion that Royal Caribbean does have, and it's for the Blue Bay Beach Club. And that is a wonderful excursion. We've actually done that twice ourselves.
Yep.
And there's a lot of palm trees and shaded areas there, but it's this beautiful cove, and you can see the real delineation of the pale blue, and then it drops off and gets darker blue when your depth of the water line changes there. It's just a beautiful little beach club. Food, amenities, shopping, things that you can do right there. A little gift store. Now Aruba, you've got a lot of different types of beaches in Aruba, and you can go, Palm Beach is crowded, Eagle Beach is not, Baby Beach is very thin water. It's just, if you have a lot of little teeny kids with you, toddlers, Baby Beach is where kids learn to swim in Aruba. That's why they call it Baby Beach. Or one of the ones that we recently went to that we really loved is Arachi Beach. Now, Arachi Beach, the water is crystal clear. There's a lot of wildlife swimming around, so you've got a lot of fish, and the pelicans are diving right next to you for fish. It's amazing. There's a bar right there. It's just wonderful.
I can't add anything
But
to it.
are they, will you guys be like including some of these like must see or like exclusive excursions? Like
I would be more than happy to give you a list of things that we highly recommend that you see. So, and it's really easy. In some cases, I would recommend doing the excursions through, Royal Caribbean, of course, but there are going to be times when they may not have an exact fit. I have, in our experience from traveling, we do have trusted, vendors that we have worked with, and places that we recommend. And in some cases on a certain island, the cab rates are controlled by the government. So you don't have to worry about getting into a cab and having the fare go through the roof because they're regulated. Okay. Which is really, really important. That's important.
Right.
So you'll know that you can get into a cab. It's only going to cost you a certain number of dollars and you're done. Aruba is one such place. So Aruba is extremely easy to explore, and you know that it's going to be a set amount of dollars to get into a cab and do it.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Now then, we were looking at 3 different cabin categories for your group. Okay. We were looking at an ocean view balcony, category 4D, which is all of them are priced per person, double occupancy. And I will get those prices finished up and online for you a little bit later on. So that is the first one. And the pricing is going to include your cabin fare, your port taxes, and your gratuities. What it will not include is anything additional, like if you buy a drink package or you go to Chops for dinner or you go make a spa appointment, that kind of thing. All of those are extra that you do on your own, so they're not included in your fare. Okay. There's also the ocean view, which is just as you would see here. It's a window view. You still get a view, but you don't have the ability to, like step out onto a balcony like you would with the other one and, watch the ocean go by quite the same way. Very nice. Category N, again, it's per person, double occupancy. And then the other one is the interior virtual balcony. Now, the thing that I like about the virtual balcony is it does have a floor to ceiling screen. So it is the one that is, the most economically priced of all 3 of these cabins. And if you want to see what's going on, you get a bird's eye view. You get to see what the captain sees. Okay, they've got a camera set up, and you can see sailing into port, sailing out of port. You can see what it looks like as the sun comes up, as the sun sets, all of those kinds of things. And you can take your curtain and move it in front of the screen if you don't want to see it. So, but that's a really cool alternative for the interior. They come with or without the virtual balcony. And I think the virtual balcony is a very nice feature. So if you book and deposit by March 27th, then Rod and I are also going to offer you a $50 onboard credit per cabin. So this is on top of what Kelly's doing with the champagne or strawberries. So now you've got a little bit of spending money. You've got either something to nibble or something to drink. Your deposit would be $250 per person that would be required to book. Do you guys have any questions for us?
What are the prices for the cabins? Like the ocean view, 4D, 4N.
Let me the prices that I had set together for you were the prices that were for the week prior. So I had wanted to go in and confirm that before, let's see, did I stop my sharing? What are we?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Are there any, and this question might be more for like Kelly, but are there any excursions that like potentially Royal Caribbean gives in? I know sometimes Royal Caribbean also has like perks, like there's this amount of money if you like for a cabin or like in cruise spending money that you could use. Like if
So
while
the
we're waiting,
onboard credit that Beth is discussing, you can apply that towards a shore excursion. We also have pre-cruise planner sales that will come out, and I'm sure Beth's going to send those out to you, where we have different sales on the drink packages, the dining, and sometimes shore excursions as well.
Yes, and those, once you register, Royal Caribbean is absolutely amazing at getting out things for you. So once you register for a cruise, they will update you with, okay, this, the drink package is on sale, the excursions are on sale, and they'll let you know how much they are off. And then when you log into what they call your cruise planner on royalcaribbean.com, then you'll be able to go in and custom tailor your voyage the way you want it specifically for you. Each individual guest will be able to go in and for themselves say, I want this drink package, I want this excursion, and they'll be able to pick and choose based on what's on sale at that time. Does that answer your question?
somewhat, yeah, like because I know that as the year goes on, sometimes or as time gets closer, there are new like sales that come up, and like would those be like added into potentially
Are you
the
asking me if the fare drops, will I be able to do anything for you? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
right?
The answer to that is if the fare drops below what the price is on the group rate, I could do it. However, it could mean that you will lose some of the benefits of the group if that happens to be outside the group. I will always look to see what the best price is for you. I will always advise you of what it would entail. If it means that you would lose your onboard credit or some other amenity, I will tell you that and let you make the decision. Typically, the prices with the group are going to be the best rates. They're lower than your standard rates that any consumer would go out onto the website and buy.
Just
So
to piggyback on that real quick, Beth, I'm going to just chime in here is the benefit of booking early is because you're going to get the best cabin locations. The benefit of it is too, is this is your worst case price. Like Beth said, if the prices drop, then you will get the lower price. It'll be your choice. Sometimes the prices will drop and you're going to lose your onboard credit, so they didn't really drop enough, right? Same thing with pre-cruise planners. If you purchase your beverage package through the pre-cruise planner and then you see a better sale, you can cancel and rebook it. So there's a lot of flexibility.
there is. Bear with me. I'm trying to get group pricing. I want to check. Okay. Yeah, all of the prices that I had initially thought still applied. So let me look and make sure I can still get, yeah. All right, bear with me 1 second.
Both.
So while she's doing that too, Cruise Planners has a system that's called Price Checker. So they check our prices and compare consistently, and she'll get an email if the price drops.
Yes. That's one of the things that's wonderful about cruise planners.
That we are buying separately from every guest.
I'm sorry, say that. What was your question, Elba?
It wasn't a question. She was talking to her.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what we're looking at is you're looking at, for a virtual balcony, $788 per person for the cabin fare, plus your taxes and gratuities. That's your base. And then to that, you add your taxes and your gratuities on top of it. The gratuities are $14.50 per person per day. And then your taxes and port fees are a little bit on top of that.
Yeah, and Beth will send you out a spreadsheet with all the pricing on it. So when you send out this video to everyone or as a follow-up, you can just send that to them. That way they'll have their choice of what cabin they'd like to choose, and go from there.
Right.
Another thing that you get with a group is if you book 6 months or further out, like Beth had mentioned, you get that $50 early booking incentive from her for a one-board credit.
Okay. Does anybody have any other questions? And Elba, I will get the prices, the finalized prices over to you. I thought, honestly, I thought that you wanted the other itinerary. So I didn't want to quote until I had, verified that they were identical, and I've looked and they are identical, but I have to set it up for that. Is everybody excited about this?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Super excited.
Okay, so Elba, you're gonna have the final pricing, correct? No.
Yes, I'll have that for you actually later today.
Oh, okay.
And if you guys want to, I can send that over to Elba and she can send it out to everybody.
And Beth is also gonna have like a website where we can like have everything all together.
Yep.
Ask her questions. You can book your
Yes, there's going to be a page on our cruise planner site, which is the other thing I'm going to work on this afternoon. And what I'm going to do is it will have all the cabin categories, and you will be able to go in and fill everything out so that we know what you want. It would be very helpful if when you're able to, once it opens up and Elba notifies you, to please go ahead and get that done. Do you guys have a feel for if you're interested in the interiors or the ocean views or the balconies? That's helpful for us in terms of the group space, the planning of the group space. Balcony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Balcony or interior balcony, but no virtual.
Got it. Okay. Anybody else?
You want balcony?
Yeah.
We're doing balcony too, I guess.
All right. Because they're hard to resist. They're really hard to resist.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you go balcony, you never go back.
Yeah, you don't.
Somebody said it for me.
Kelly, we got a junior suite on the Symphony in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
She's not a baby anymore. She's grown so much.
Aw. Does anybody else have a feel for what they want for their cabin? I want to make sure I get the best space for you guys.
Yeah, the more input that we have ahead of the time, the more effective we can be at securing these cabins for you so that we don't end up disappointing anyone. Because reminder, these things are booking, rarely quick.
The ships are filling. Everybody is booking stuff. That's the other reason it's really good to book early.
And it's not just a pressure technique, it's just a matter of fact, so.
I noticed that already the middle of the ship, which usually has an extra cost, it's already sold out.
There are areas that sell first, which is the other thing, that I was trying to impress upon you. It's good to get started early. So I can get these, I will get all of this buttoned up today and have this ready for you guys to start booking. When do you guys want to start calling and booking?
We're booking today, I think.
Booking today. All right. No worries. I will make sure that it goes out. Elba, can you please get me a picture of you guys to put up on your page? That would be awesome. And a little snippet, some kind of little blurb, a paragraph, something nice that I can put up there on your behalf. I saw you sent me that lovely image, and I will put that in the PDF. I'll see if I can put that up. Although a JPEG, if you have a JPEG of it, it would probably be super helpful. Okay. Does anybody else? Okay, I've got
No, I
balcony,
do a question.
balcony. Yep.
So yeah, is there any special perks for being a wedding cruise?
There are additional perks in terms of that extra onboard credit that I first spoke about. That's because it's a group. Yes.
No, not like a special activity, like a day for, I don't know, a saloon or something.
Well, that's
Special dance.
something else that Elba's working with Royal Caribbean on, is the whole event.
Okay.
The event itself. I'm handling all of the cabins and all of that, and Elba is working with Royal Caribbean directly to the wedding department.
Yeah, they will. There'll be other information coming out on that. So it'll be a private event for the wedding party.
Right, right. And they do beautiful weddings. Beautiful weddings.
Now, Beth, you had mentioned, because usually we have like sometimes we have like 4 people in the same cabin, but that doesn't qualify as a group, you mentioned, right?
I would have to book them and move them into the group.
Yeah.
They will have to come under the group differently, because all of the group cabins are based on berthing 2 people. So what I would do is, if somebody calls and says they have a child or 2 children, then what I would do is I would say, okay, well, I will find you a cabin, and then I will move it. Once it's booked, I'll move it into the group. It just won't come out of that particular cluster of cabins that we will have, or space, I should say, actually, that we have set aside.
Because I know, like, at least for our cabin, we will have our son. We have another family member, and Brittany also has her little one. The Lunas family have their little one. So those will be at least 3 cabins that we'll need. That will
Okay.
be.
And we had a question, does the per person deposit include children as well? Yes, it does. Anybody who's a passenger.
So we have different, this, like we had brought up before, Alba, is that sometimes prices do fluctuate and we have different sales going on. So as far as those cabins that have a child in it, sometimes we do kids sail free. And if that kids sail free comes out, we can easily just cancel the cabin that's already booked with the child if it's a better price, and then reprice it with the free child.
Yep.
And then we also have like BOGOs, a BOGO 30, buy one, get one 30% off second guest. That's all outside of the secured group pricing that Beth has.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they're the ones that she'll look at, and she'll tailor it to get them the very best price.
Yep. Is there a minimum age for kids? I'm going to ask if by that you mean to be in a cabin on their own, or just in general on the ship.
So
Can you click?
I'll just answer both. How about that?
Yeah,
So
go
if you're
for it.
in
There's a
cabin on
question.
their own, every cabin has to have one person 21 years or older in the cabin if they're not across or next to a parent. As far as the minimum age, as far as if we did a kid sail free, it's typically 12 years and under that child sails free. So again, this comes into really important play if you're bringing kids on board, which is fantastic, but booking earlier so you can make sure that you have them either across a cabin for you on an inside cabin, which is cheaper, from your balcony or next to it. It just kind of works out a little bit better that way.
Yep. It sure does.
Somebody's talking, but they don't.
All right, I think that we just got to thank you.
Was there someone?
On the iPhone.
Was there? Oh yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
I didn't hear the person on the iPhone, but
Yeah,
I saw it light up.
Yeah, they're typing. They're typing.
What happened?
Thank you.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Well, listen, if there's any other questions or anything at all you guys need, Beth knows how to get in touch with me.
I do.
Really, really excited. We had such a great turnout for this, and super excited to see how this kind of expands and explodes.
We're excited. Very, very excited indeed. So, Elba, I will look for information from you in email so I can get that page set up for you. Super excited for you. And I want to thank everybody for coming out this afternoon and joining Rod and I. And especially I want to say a big, huge thank you to Kelly for taking the time on the weekend out of her own personal time to jump on and talk about all things Royal Caribbean, which we love. We feel very comfortable with Royal Caribbean. We absolutely love their ships, their service, everything about them. So I think that, oh, does Francisco have a question? He's got his hand up.
No, he's clapping.
He's clapping, okay. So all things Royal are wonderful things. So thank you, Kelly, once again for taking the time out this afternoon.
Thank you. Everyone have a great Sunday.
You too.
You too.
Thanks,
And thank you
everybody.
everyone
Take
for
care.
showing up.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Uh,